Hey everybody, I'm Rick.
Welcome to Talking Habs, where you get your daily fix of Bleu Blanc Rouge.
Well, hey everybody, welcome in. So it's game number 31. Game number 31. Montreal is on a 7-game road trip. They start off in Winnipeg. Second game, a second meeting of the season between these two teams. The two Barron brothers playing against each other tonight. Justin Barron's brother Morgan is a forward for the Jets. So yeah, it should be an interesting game. Montreal beat them 4-3, believe in a shootout. Yes, on October 28th. Early in the season, Montreal, I think it was their fifth win. They went 5-2-1 after that game. Things were looking up then. So I don't know. I hope they can do that again and win. So what have I got for you here? I've got a little bit of news. I have the some stats from the game, and I have the Habs lineup from practice this morning because their official lineup are not out yet. So what was in practice should be in the game tonight. If that's the lineups in practice this morning, that should be the lineup for the game tonight. And I'll tell you, it's unchanged except the goaltender. So it makes sense. So there you go. I also have this here, and this is the guess the score contest. If you guess the score of the game and the first goal scorer of the game, you can pick that guy from either team. And if you're the first person in the comments today, in the comments with that guess, you win the prize, $10 cash prize directly into your bank account via Interac. Skill testing question could add money to your winnings if you win. Whose hockey card is this? He was the toughest player. He was a tough player who had a career year. When this card came out, it said last season with the Sabres, had 272 penalty minutes in 71-72 with the Cincinnati Swords, had 40 goals, 44 assists in 64 AHL games in 72-73, and won a Calder Cup. That's the trophy in the AHL, like the Stanley Cup. In 74-75, his rookie season with the Sabres, 78 games played, 31 goals, 39 assists, 70 points, 116 penalty minutes. Not his rookie. That's his second year, excuse me, because he had totals from the year before. What else? Born in Colborne, Ontario. He's a left wing. Was a left wing, and that little cartoon thing that really doesn't have anything to do with the guy. So if you know who this is, put that with your guess. And if you're right, if you get the guess and you're right with who it is, it will double the prize money. So you get $20 directly into your bank account via Interac. Good luck to everybody. All right. So what do I have? So I told you that they beat the Jets previous meeting 4-3 in a shootout. That was early in the season. The Jets are 14-5 since November 2nd. At the time we beat them, they weren't doing great. The first 10 games, I think they were 4-4-2. So they've been really hot since November. They're second in the Central Division right now. Habs killer Kyle Connor, though, is out with an injury. He had a knee-on-knee thing happen. So he's out. I mean, it's good news for Montreal. Obviously not good news for Kyle Connor. No one likes to see those kind of injuries either, whether you like the guy or not. But it's good news for Montreal because he is a Habs killer. He scores like almost every game, if not multiple times every game. All right, Jets special teams haven't been good this season, so that means they'll be good. Where's the Habs, right? Their numbers aren't great, like Montreal's. Actually, very similar to Montreal's, and it just means they're going to have a good night against Montreal. That seems to be how it always is. All right, I don't have much else other than looking for a name for the Montreal's number one line of Suzuki, Caulfield, and Slav. So if you got one, put it in the chat, the comments here. Leave a comment with that. My name is the SML line, small, medium, large. The small, medium, large line. Or I got one. I don't think it's good enough, but the Slav Kolzuki line. So let me know if you like those. And if you got one of your own, let me know in the comments here. All right. We're going to move on to the preview portion of the show. All right. Where's the music? All right, so the game tonight, 13-13-4, Montreal Canadiens in Winnipeg to take on the 18-9-2. I don't want to say 4, Winnipeg Jets. How you can watch this game, it's at a different start time than usual, 7:30 p.m. Eastern, 4:30 p.m. Pacific in Canada, across Canada on Sportsnet in English, and in the Canadians region on RDS in French. Streaming ESPN Plus, RDS, and where I'm going to watch it, Sportsnet Now is what it's called, but it's also known as Sportsnet Plus. The season series, they played, like I said, October 28th, a 4-3 shootout win for Montreal, and they're playing today, and that's it. Just 2 games because they are from the other conference. So, yeah, Montreal can sweep the season series if they win tonight. Last 10 games, the Jets are 6-4-0. They've won their last 2. Montreal 4-4-2, and they won their last game. Home and away, Montreal's away, so they are 6-6-0 on the road, an even 500 record, and the Winnipeg Jets are winning record 9-6-0. So we'll see how that plays out for Montreal. Atlantic standings, and that's top to bottom. Boston, Toronto, Florida, Detroit, Tampa. And I guess it's looking like Tampa might be that team that falls out of the top 4. I didn't think it would be them, but I'm not, you know what? At this point, I don't remember what my video said. But I think I had them falling out of the, it was them or Boston. And I was wrong about Boston. Canadians are next. Buffalo's behind them by 1 point, and then bringing up the rear, the Ottawa Senators, who at any minute I expect to hear that they fired their coach, DJ Smith, I think it is. I don't like him, and I think they need to fire him. NHL standings, where do the Habs sit in the NHL? 21st. That's right where I think I said they would be at the end of the season. I know it's an up and down. They move around depending on the wins, but that's where I had them. Ahead of them, Tampa, just behind Tampa, Arizona, just behind them, all by 1 point, St. Louis, then Montreal, then Pittsburgh and Calgary and Buffalo at 29 points. So that's where they sit. Refs tonight, Garrett Rank and Brandon Blandina. So underlined there I have its percentage of power play opportunities for the home team. 52.1%. The other guy, 51.2%. It's not high, but it's an advantage there. And if you look down underneath that, Garrett Rank, when he was reffing a Winnipeg game last season, Winnipeg went 6-0-0. Does that necessarily mean anything? No, but the refs have been so crap this season, especially, that maybe it does. Those are the refs. Tail of the tape. Scoring chances for percentage. That's possession numbers. 47% for Montreal, 24th, and 51% for the Jets, 14th. So a little better there. Goals per game, 2.70 for Montreal, 27th, and 3.34 for the Jets, 10th. Goals against per game, 3.37 for Montreal, 24th, 2.59 for the Jets, that's 6th. So they're top 10 in both offense and defense. So that'll be a problem for Montreal. Power play percentage, 16.7% for Montreal, 24th, 17% for the Jets, 21st, virtually the same. So they're good there. PK percentage, 72.6% for Montreal, 31st, and 75.3% for the Jets, 27th. So a little better, but not that much. So maybe there's Montreal can score a power play goal or two, but probably they will too. Head-to-head record this season, 1-0-0 for Montreal, 0-0-1 for the Jets. And that's it there. Face-off percentages, Montreal 54% even coming into this game. 3rd in the league. 46.5% for the Jets, 29. So that's a distinct advantage. You get the puck first. You got possession. It's better all around. I don't know where I'm going with that, but it is better. Shots. On goal 4 and on goal allowed. The allowed side, Montreal 34.4 shots per game allowed, and the Jets 29, so a little better for the Jets. And shots on goal 4, 29.6 for Montreal, and 30.6 for the Jets. So just a slight advantage there. Not even really an advantage. Players to watch over the last 5 games, 4 points. Nick Suzuki with 4 for us. Nicola Ehlers. I don't know what it is. It's Nicholas. I don't know, it's somehow spelled. I'm losing it today. I was really up really early and it's screwing up my day. 8 points for Ehlers. Goals. Anderson with 2. Those, and it's a bit sad that Andy's 2 goals in the last game. That's the ties or is the most for the last 5 games for the Habs. Velarde with 4 for the Jets. I think it's Gabriel. Assists. Suzuki with 3. Ehlers with 5. Plus minus. Kovacevic with a +2. And just to make it more embarrassing, Morrissey with a +11. So team leaders. In goals, Sean Monahan with 9. Kyle Connor with 17. But he's not here tonight. Points, Nick Suzuki with 25. Mark Scheifele, hate that guy. I absolutely hate him with 33. Average time on ice, 25-16 for Mike Matheson from Montreal. And Morrissey with 24-30. And wins, Sam Montembeault with 7. And Connor Hellebuck with 15. Getting a heavy workload. And at this point, I don't know who's in nets for the Jets, and I don't have it. So, top 5 in scoring for Winnipeg. The hated Mark Scheifele with 11 goals, 22 assists, 33 points, +10. Kyle Connor, 17, 11, and 28 points, -4. Morrissey, 5, 21, 26 points, +16. Nikolai Ehlers, 10, 12, 22 points, +12. And Cole Perfetti, 9 goals, 10 assists, 19 points, +8. Top 5 for Montreal, unchanged, but the numbers are a little different. Nick Suzuki leads the way with 8 goals, 17 assists, 25 points, -8. Caulfield is next, 8, 13, 21 points, and even. Matheson, 5, 15, 20 points, -10. Monahan, 9, 10, 19 points, -7. And Newhook hanging in there, 7 goals, 6 assists, 13 points, and a -5. And he won't be back till March, probably. My cursor stuck. Goalies tonight? Don't know. It's not Monty. I do know it's Allen. I don't have Allen's numbers here because of the way they do this. Connor Hellebuck could be in nets. He's got a heavy workload. Probably going to put Ross Waddell against the Habs, but we'll see. 15, 6, and 1 for Hellebuck. 4 goals against 9 save percentage. Habs lines. So you can see on the bottom there, goalies is Allen. Forwards unchanged. Suzuki, Caulfield, Slavkovsky, or the SNL line. Evans, Monahan, and Anderson. Dvorak, Armia, and Gallagher. Stevens, Pizzetta, and Ulinen. Matheson and Savard, Gooley and Barron, Struble and Kovacevic. And then you got Harrison Lindstrom as the extra 2. Yeah, they're not in the lineup tonight. Before I forget, I'm going to give you my guess the score contest guess, even though I don't win. And I know who the card is. I'm giving it 4-3 Montreal. Same score as the last time. Don't know if it'll go to overtime or a shootout. I can't decide on the first goal. So since I'm allowed to do this, because it doesn't really count, I say Slavkovsky or Anderson gets the first goal. Andy, I think, is going to start that streak that we were expecting after he got his first of the season. But I think after those 2 goals on a goalie, I think that we're going to see Andy score a few over the next few games. That's what I think. He's a streaky goal scorer his whole career. I think it stays that way. And with that, ladies and gentlemen, I'll just remind you, 7:30 p.m., come join us for the hangout right here on YouTube. And right after the game, approximately 10:30, I'm going to do the post-game show where we'll break down the game, and I'll have the post-game stats and the 3 stars. And that's it. So thanks, everybody, for being here and watching. I appreciate that. Don't forget to leave your guess for the Guess the Score contest. And if you can guess that whose hockey card that is, it could double your winnings if you win. All right. That's it. That's all. Thanks for watching. Stay safe out there. Peace out, everybody. And I'll see you at 7:30. Ciao, everybody. Have a good day. Oh, by the way, keep your stick on the ice. Go Habs, go.